Jesus had to spend 40 days alone in quiet contemplation, in meditation, in prayer, in spiritual silence, away from distractions. Or we can use the example of Buddha. The reason as to why he had to spend such a long time without engaging in the external world, quiet, seated down with no movement. Or the reason as to why the disciples had to spend 10 serious days in the upper room, alone, quiet, contemplating, in silence, in quiet time, is because God is so big that he needs an empty space for him to fill. Because remember that God occupies the known and the unknown universe. What I mean is that God is in this village, he is in the whole of this district, he is in this country, Uganda, he is in East Africa, he is in Africa at the same time, he is in America and all over the whole planet Earth. This same God is in all the planets, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Pluto, and others that are known, and those ones that are not known. God, at the same time, he is in this galaxy of ours, and he is in all other galaxies at the same time. This same God occupies the known and the unknown universe that I cannot even mention with words to explain the scope. Therefore, for one to know the Lord fully, for one to attain spiritual fulfillment, which is to know God fully or completely, or for one to have intimacy with God at the level that God pleases, or for one to have jointless connection with God, just like the wave is jointlessly connected to the ocean. I may use this last analogy that for one to be organically connected with God, just like a branch is to the tree, the heart, the soul, the mind of this person should be utterly empty, should be completely empty, should not have any more attachments, should not have any more pursuits, should not have any more desires, no more hopes, no more fears, no more anxieties and needs and wants. That is why there is a psalm that says that, who do I have in heaven, and none do I need on earth? The Lord is my portion. It means that there is a necessity to have complete quiet contemplation, to have total silence, to have quiet time, to have complete experience of meditation, to have a prayer that is not engaged or is not intended to have any other thing. If you want to know the Lord and have him as your only portion. There is another device that Jesus told a person called Martha that this Mary you are seeing here seated down and is not interrupted by anything is doing the right thing. And this thing she is doing is the only thing that can lead her to own a portion that can never be taken away from her. And this portion is the awareness of who God is, the awareness, having full attachment to God, or having your attachment only to God. It comes only when we drop any other thing, we drop any other attachment in an experience called stillness, which is similar or a reflection of the stillness that Jesus had in the 40 days of prayer, the stillness that the disciples had during the 10 days of prayer, the stillness that Muhammad had during the time when he was yet to receive the Quran, the stillness that Buddha had before he experienced spiritual enlightenment.